Welcome, welcome, everybody. So glad to see you all. I'm going to put a link in the chat. That is the article. For those of you that may not have seen it, the article that has all my bio information. I don't want to spend a lot of time because I talk long time. I don't want to spend all the time talking about that because I know you all are here to learn all about hula hooping for those of you that may not have hula hooped before. Again, I'm Miss Faith. That is not my birth name. It is an acronym. The acronym is for Mission Specific, Fully Achieving Independence Through Health, Healing, and Helping Others. So if you take a look in that link I put there, it'll go more into detail about that and my life experience and how I came to be Miss Faith. Okay, but what I do want to share about me is how I came to be a fun fitness enthusiast. That's what I call myself. I love anything that's movement involved. And it kind of came after losing my mom to heart disease and learning that I was at risk and that I needed to make some healthy changes. Being divorced and a mother of 5 at that time, 2 in college, 2 in high school, and 1 in middle school, I knew I had to make some serious changes. And so little bit by little bit, I did eventually lost a little over 60 pounds, kept it off for a while, good 5, almost 6 years. And then in my late 50s, a little bit started to creep back. And I haven't gained all of it back, but I gained about 20 of it back. But I'm always working to keep it at bay. Okay. And I am a marathon walker. That is the foundation of my fitness journey. I've been walking for years, but I didn't become an actual marathoner until later in life. I'm kind of like a late bloomer, baby boomer. I did my first full marathon at 50. And then it was like, I loved it so much. I was everything fitness then. So I started doing different kinds of workouts just to keep active for training for my marathons. And one of my daughters happened to tell me that she had been hula hooping. You know, she had had her second son and, you know, we start putting on a little bit. And she said, Mom, you got to try hula hooping. And so I did. At first I was kind of apprehensive because I was over 50 and I was like, hula hooping, I did that as a child, you know. But anyway, once I got started again, it was like, wow, this is fun. What I've learned about fitness for me, I'll do it more if it's fun. If I enjoy it, I get a little more consistent. But if I don't, I can't go to a gym and work out for 45 minutes and to an hour. I just can't. That's not me. But if it's fun and it's outdoors, I can do it. I'm going to do more of it. Okay, that's a little bit about me. Let me give you a little bit of history. What I found interesting, and disclaimer, I am not an authority on this. I am not certified. There is a hula hoop certification out there for those of you that may want to do that, but I'm not certified. I've taken classes and I'm still a work in progress. But once I started what I call hooping, I wanted to learn a little bit about it. So I Googled everything. I Googled hula hooping and I found, and I suggest that you all do the same. There is so much about hula hooping out there, the same as I talk to you and show you the types of hoops that I have. There are way more than this, more types, but this is what I have. But the history I learned goes all the way back. I mean, like 500 BC. It has evolved through different cultures, Native American culture, just it started as hooping, children playing with hoops, different tribal dances with hoops. And then about the late 1800s, it came to Great Britain, and some British sailors happened to be in the Hawaiian Islands, and they saw hula dancing. And they thought that was interesting because it looked like what they recalled seeing back home, which was called just hooping. And so it grew and grew. And by about around 1957, well, actually before 1957, in Australia, they used a bamboo hoop, and children used it for exercising in their gym classes. So, and it was just called hooping, nothing, nothing like that. But later, in the late 1950s, around 1957 or so, it became big and in Australia. And so they started selling the bamboo hoops. And somehow, you know how things move, it got wind all the way in California. And those of you may remember Whammo. Whammo got a hold to it and made it a plastic hoop. And by 1958 or so, they put it out and put some little beads in it and, made the sound. And that's how we learned it back in the 60s. That's how, I came into it back then. So that's a little bit of the history of it. Let me tell you, there are actually benefits to it. As a child, I had no idea that there were benefits to any of the stuff we were doing as children, jump roping. Of course, we know there are benefits to that now, but at that time I didn't. Same thing, hopscotch, all those things we did as children. Well, there are actually scientific benefits to hula hooping. You can burn calories and tummy fat. You can tone your abs, tone up your muscles, your abdominal muscles. You can improve agility, strength, and balance. So those are, very good things, as well as increased flexibility. You can build stamina. You can boost cardiovascular health. Let me tell you, 2007, AARP were noted in one of their articles as saying that of the top, I think it was 10 things they said were good for cardiovascular exercise, hula hooping was like number 3 or 4. So that was really big from AARP. Also, American Heart Association also contributes hula hooping as part of the 150 minutes a week we need. And they say only 8 minutes of hula hooping equals burning 30 calories, about 50 calories, excuse me. Yeah, that's right, about 50 calories. So just think, if only 8 minutes burns about 50 calories, what about if you did 15 or 20 minutes? And then as you continue, get up to 30 minutes, burn those calories. Now, there are some mental health benefits to hula hooping as well. You can, hula hooping helps release tension, anxiety, stress, depression. It helps to release those things. And of course, you develop those, it releases endorphins, those happy, feel good feelings. So there's so many good benefits to hula hooping. Okay, now what I want to do, I have a few of my hoops back here, and I'm going to talk to you about different kinds of hoops. Now, believe it or not, nowadays, for those of you that haven't seen hoops in a while, hoops come in boxes. And I left one apart so that you could see. This is the one out of this box, and they just snap together real easy. And this one came from Amazon. It was, I think, $12.99 or $14.99, something like that. And you just snap the ends, and I'll come a little closer so you can see it. See here, you just kind of snap it in place. Real easy. If I can do it, believe me, anybody can. Okay, and then you snap the other one. There you go. And that's how they come in these little boxes. And they come with different things. This particular hoop came with the waist belt. I've not used one of these when hooping, but you know, if you're wanting to burn some extra belly fat, I guess you could sit up there, put it on, and hoop with it. So again, this is from Amazon. This particular hoop is from Amazon. Now, my favorite hoop, and I probably bought Walmart out of them, but I love this hoop, and this is what I'm going to be hooping with today. This is my Walmart hoop. Now, when I got this hoop, it's been a few years, probably about 5 or 6 years ago that I got it, or got them, because I think I bought about 8 or 10 of them. But they came with DVDs that kind of stepped you through. They were like beginner DVDs. However, all of that is on YouTube. There are tons and tons. You could spend days looking at all the different beginner hula hoop videos on YouTube. So, and this one back when I got it was $19.95. I think now it's about $23.95, $24.95, something like that. But this one is what I started with. And this is a 3-pound hoop. And I usually suggest to people to start about 3 pounds. The one from Amazon is 2.6 pounds. And then the bigger hoop back here, let me pull that one out. This hoop does not snap. This is a handmade hoop, and it comes in different sizes. Now, this hoop is for someone, of course, taller than me. However, even though it is big, I can still hoop with it. Now, this type of hoop has water inside of it. And that's how it has the different weights. These particular hoops come in 1, 2, and 3 pounds. With no water in it at all. It's just the weight of the actual material. But you can get it with one, and you can order them. Again, on Google, everybody is selling hoops. This is, they're also dance hoops. Now, I don't have any dance hoops. This could probably be used as a dance hoop because this particular one does not have water in it, but most of them do. Most of the weighted ones will have the water in it, but dance hoops are lighter in weight, very light. This, even though it has no water in it, this is still a good pound, about a pound without water. So let me just mention to you, when you when you decide that you want to hoop regularly, I suggest starting with, a $15, $20 hoop, and not over 3 pounds. If you can get the two pound hoop, that's good. Start with something like that. Now this hoop, usually you can measure it by your waist. If it comes to your waist, then that's going to be about a good size for you. You don't want to get like the bigger one, because that's for somebody probably like maybe 5'9" or something. So that's for a taller person. Let's see. Now, as I mentioned, there are different benefits with hula hooping, and some of the things that I do to enhance my workout. And of course, you don't want to do this until you've mastered having your hoop, keeping your hoop going. Okay, but I use resistance bands. I use these type of resistance band. There are various kinds, but this works good. I also like to wear, you may have seen these in the stores. These are called booty bands. And I put them on. Right about here. And, do my workout. And after we warm up, I'll show you some of the things I do with them. And these are great hand weights. These are sort of like dumbbells, only they have the little things you can hold on to, which is great while you're hula hooping. So that's how I enhance my workout, by adding other types of work with it. Okay, so if everybody's ready, let's do a little warm up. I know there are several people from the previous group that got a good workout with the Tai Chi, but let's go ahead and do a little warm up for those that may not have. And the way I usually start is I like to warm up my entire body. So let's lift our legs high, get our arms moving, do some big arm circles. Yes, get that body moving. And then I'll take it to the back, still lifting those knees up. Yes, yes. Okay, let's shake it out. And then we're going to do a little reach, just a little squat and reach.
Yeah, I can't.
Reach.
I can't see her.
It should be
reach. Reach. Did someone say they can't see me?
It's all right. Yeah, no, Faith, Miss Faith, we're okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I thought I heard someone say they can't see me. Okay. Up, and we're going to take it out to the side. Reach, reach, reach. Okay, and then we're going to stretch it over. Stretch. Get a good stretch going. Wake that body up. Yes. Okay, and let's reach it down. And if you can't touch the ground, don't worry about it. Just go as far as you can. We just want to get a little stretch in there. Get our body moving. Okay. Woo. Okay, now what I usually like to do is really get moving with quick feet. So I usually put my timer on and I'll do a quick feet. Now, a lot of people starting out a good 10, 15 minutes of quick feet, moving back and forth is a lot for them. But I usually do a minute to a minute and a half. So I don't have the timer on, so I'm just gonna do a little bit. Okay. Okay, is everybody all warmed up now? Ready to try? Okay. So, for those of you that have not hooped before, a good way to start with your hoop is to put it right in the middle of your back there. Put the hoop right up against your back there, and then just push. Just twirl it like so, okay? Again, see where I'm at? And just push. Now, for some, it's not going to be easy the first couple of times trying it. And you may do a lot of picking the hoop up until you really get used to doing it. But after a while, once you get good at it, you'll be able to throw it and that hoop will go and go and go and go and go. And what I usually do, I hoop. I can hoop an hour and a half. I've done it before. If I put on something on the TV and I'm looking at TV and I'm hooping, next thing I know, 30, 40 minutes have passed and I'm still hula hooping. Now it takes time to build up to that. And I don't suggest anyone starting out trying to do that, because like I said, you're going to be dropping the hoop and picking the hoop up and dropping the hoop and picking the hoop up. So it may, get kind of frustrating, but after you get past that, after you get past the frustration, then you'll really get to enjoy it and release the stress. Oh, release it. As it was saying with the benefits, you can just kind of release all of that. Okay, now also with your hoop, sort of like my mat, I have this relationship with my yoga mat. So the same thing with my hoop. I do exercises with my hoop as well. As a matter of fact, one of the exercises I like to do with my hoop is squats. I was reading a couple of weeks ago in a medical journal that squats are very good for people over 60. Well, as you see, I got my knee wrap on and my knee doesn't particularly think so, but they say it's good, so I try it. And I use my hoop to help me. So I go down and I do my squats. I squat, keeping my knees behind my toes and squeeze those glutes and hamstrings on the way up. So let's do a couple of those. Ready, and squat, squeeze. And I'll do it from the side so you can see me on the side. Let's do about 10 of them, okay? Ready, and squat. 2, squeeze, squat. 3, squat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, shake it out, shake it out. So like I said, you can do quite a few things with your hula hoop. Another exercise I like to do with my hula hoop, because it kind of gives me a little something to hold on to. I lift my knee and take it out, because I'm also working on balance. I don't know if any of you have experienced it, but the older I get, the less that my balance tends to be a little off. So I lift and stretch. lift, and stretch, okay? So let's do 10 on each side, 10 on this side, then go 10 to the other side, okay? Ready? And now if you don't have a hula hoop and you have better balance than I do, you can do this without a hula hoop. But since, you know, other people use, you know, you can also use a cheer as well. But I use my hoop. Ready? And up, out, up, that's 2, up, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Other side, shake it out, shake it out. Good job, good job. Okay, other side, and up and out. Woo! That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So, whew, you get a workout as well. Okay, now, as I mentioned, let me check time. I don't want to go over.
We have lots of questions in the chat. People are very eager to hear more about technique. So yeah, let's keep an eye on time. We're at 3:33.
Okay, great, great.
And also if you can do side views, people are asking in the chat for a side view.
Side view, okay. Okay, we'll do. What I'm going to use this resistance band. Okay. And what I'm going to do is upper body work. Because a lot of times, if you think about it, when we were children and we were just hula hooping, you know, we were usually singing a song and just hula hooping and singing our song. Now, some people wanted to see a side view. This is a side view. But what I have decided, instead of just, you know, holding my arms there, I do upper body work. So I do like curls and a few different things. So I'll show you. Of course, you want to get your hoops stable. Okay, once your hoop is stable, then you take your resistance bands. Okay. And I take it out. And I do like 10 repetitions of just taking out to the front. And then I do 10 repetitions of taking it out to the side. And then, and I'll turn around for those that want to see the front. I do straight up. And you see, you got multiple muscles moving and going. And what I do, also try to remember, is to hoop on my non-dominant side. I was reading an article just recently that said, in terms of working all your body muscles, you do need to hoop. Because at first I was like, that doesn't make sense, you know, but it does actually make sense. So this is my non-dominant side. And of course, it isn't as easy as my dominant hooping side. But again, I try to get the hoop stable. and it takes a lot of work. That's where they, talked about balance and agility and all those things. You try doing this for 15 minutes and you definitely have got to work out. Okay, so again, I do 10 straight up. And then I do 10 out to the side. And the fun comes in trying to keep it all together, believe me, because a lot of times I'm laughing as the hoop hits the floor. Okay, so those are three of the exercises I do with the resistance band. Okay, and then to the hand weights that I mentioned to you, and I would suggest these are 2 pounds. So, if you can find 1 to 2 pounds, once you are good with keeping the hoop going, then go, you might want to try adding. Don't go over 2 pounds to start with, because I have 3 pound weights, and even 3 pounds can be somewhat challenging. So let me get them on and get the hoops started. Okay, and with these, you can do hug a tree. For those of you that do yoga, there's that hug a tree position that we usually do on the floor. And I'll turn to the side so you can see it from the side. Here we go. That's hug a tree. Okay. And then I'll turn back around so you can see the press. There is the press. Just up and down right there. And these are, and if you don't have the weights, of course you can use water bottles. You can even use cans out the cabinet, whatever works for you. It's just that these having the little things to hold on to make it easy. But again, you want to watch the weight. You don't want to get anything too heavy because you're already working on keeping your hoop going. So that can be challenging enough. Okay. Now, another thing with the hoop, well, I'm going to go non-dominant. There we go. Some of the things that I work on outside with my hoop, because I do take my hoop to the park. And as I mentioned to you, I'm a marathon walker. So I do walk with my hoop. And I'm trying to get up to a 5K with my hoop. I haven't got past a mile yet, but I just walk with my hoop. Now, I'm not good on the non-dominant side walking with it, but I'll do it on the dominant side and just show you, you can walk with it frontwards, backwards, side. Now, I happen to have a couple of friends, and sometimes we just get together on a link like Zoom, and we put on music and just dance. So I happened to do a video year before last, right after the pandemic hit. I was at home, I had been furloughed, and I did a video and we were dancing and I went live. Got over 11,000 views. I guess they couldn't believe a 60 plus year old lady on hula hooping to music. But I just enjoy having fun. If I'm enjoying it, I'm going to do it a lot more, a lot longer. So that is everything I have. I know that we got questions, so I'm going to do my best to answer them because the disclaimer at the beginning was I'm not certified, I'm not an expert, so all I can give you is my opinion.
Great. So I think the question that we've gotten from quite a few people is just a little bit more about technique. So once, I mean, you showed the positioning, but what's the actual movement that people should be doing to try their best to keep it up?
Okay.
And then if you can also demo from the side.
Mhm. Well, it's going to kind of vary. Again, there is a, you can put your 1 foot forward and, you know, kind of do a rocking motion. That's kind of what I'm doing.
Yeah, because people are asking if you're going in a circle. So are you actually going
No.
in a circle or are you going back and forth?
Once I get the hoop, when I spin the hoop, and you know, it's just like this exercise. It's not really, one of the exercises I do is this one, but it's not really that motion because I'm not really, you know, turning like that. But if you did this exercise maybe before getting ready for hula hooping, then you can. I am more or less just doing this. Again, there is this motion that will move the hoop. There's this one. But it's not a full body movement. It's not like that. Not for me anyway. I just see just right here.
I'm curious to know, did anybody buy a hoop and is trying it for the first time right now? I'm curious to know how it's working out for you.
I bought a hoop and I almost gave up, but when you started class, I started, and no, it's slowly falling down, but I'm getting it. You know, I think I'll be black and blue tomorrow, but that's okay.
Oh, how much does it weigh? How much is your hoop weigh?
I think it's 2 or 3 pounds, but I think maybe I should get a lighter one because you make it look effortless. I look like a real dork swinging my hips side to side, but you're barely moving. So
Right. That's what I try to tell. It's a very, see, now when it's about to fall, then I do kind of, you know, give it a little push, but mine is just kind of like right here. It's just a little core movement right there.
And I just dug my daughter's hoop out of the storage. It's probably 20 years old, but it's small. It doesn't come up to my waist. It comes up to maybe a little above my knees, maybe. And
Oh, that sounds like a children's hoop.
well, she was probably 8. Yeah, it's probably
Yes.
20 years old. So that won't work, right? Because it was just falling right down.
Oh, definitely not. Definitely not. That's why I mentioned if you can go to a store and actually, or you can probably do a tape measure. If you measure from your navel, like straight down to the floor, that should be a good. Because see how mine hits my navel, and then when I get in it, it's perfect.
I have one of those.
I have
one
I
too.
have a hula hoop. Mine's is 5 pounds. But just for your information, if you're trying it out and you have a band, a waistband or something, or binder, put it around your waist. That'll help with the bruising.
Oh, like this one that came with this hoop.
Yes.
Okay. You know, I've never tried hooping with one on actually.
Yeah, I've been hooping for years and I use the binder still because it still kind of hurt. You get used to it, but it still kind of hurts.
is it
Yeah.
better to start with a lightweight one or
Yes.
it is?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
well,
you.
mine's is 5 pounds because they had it made up when I took the class.
Yeah, I think that would be too heavy for the lower back. I think that would strain the lower back, 5 pounds at the
Yeah.
beginning, depending on depending on your lower back.
Yeah, well, I have back issues, but it didn't bother me.
Okay,
I-
so we actually have a few people with their hands raised, so I'm gonna just start with iPhone 4. I know that you were asking a question earlier about the specific brand, but if you want to unmute yourself, you may have other questions.
Or
iPhone 4.
when you ask the question.
Well, maybe we have two iPhone 4s because we still have someone with the hand raised.
While you're getting them, let me just say, I don't know in terms of brands. All I know is I got this at Walmart, so this is probably their brand. I don't know who makes it. Even like this one. I guess this is the brand, Can you see that?
Yeah, bring it a little closer. Yeah.
Mhm. But I don't actually know any specific brand. I couldn't say one brand is better than the other. Just of all the hoops, and I've used other, my friends that I hoop with, one has a 5-pound weight. It killed me. I had black and blue, and this is after I had been hooping for, a couple of years. And I personally don't go higher than this 3-pound hoop. I've tried higher, and for me, 5'4", it just is too much for me. I got another friend that has a 10-pound hoop. I don't know how they do it, but I stick with my 3-pound, and when I work with people, I suggest not to go over 3 pounds. If they want to, that's totally up to them, but I just speak on my own experiences.
Okay, great. So now we have a question from Donna Wu.
Uh-huh.
Hi.
Hi.
I have I guess a kiddie hoop. I mean, a full-size one that I guess they got from the 99-cent store that I inherited. Does it have to be weighted? I mean, this thing's like weighs like nothing, but I can't keep it up. I mean, 2 spins max.
Right. And I did try, I brought my granddaughter one of those, and it just it's again, just too light, and it was just too small for me. The black and red one back there, it doesn't have any weight, just the material, the weight of the material. I would go with something that has a little bit of weight. Even if you can find like a 1 or 2 pound, that is good to start with, as opposed to the kiddie hoops, because they are hard to work.
I mean, it's the right size. It does come up to my belly button, like you said.
Oh, it does? Okay.
But it doesn't have any weight to it that I know
Yeah,
of.
to keep it up. And I don't know how we did it as children, because with the exception of the little beads that were in it, we went shh, shh, shh. I kept it up,
This one
but
doesn't have beads.
it does?
Does not.
Oh, does not, okay.
Since
Yeah.
I'm so
But
spastic with it.
Miss Faith, that was youth also.
You're right, you're
That
right.
was youth.
Okay, so let's move on. I'm sorry. So Donna, your question, so it's the right height, and Miss Faith, you're saying having weight actually helps to keep it up. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
a little, a pound, a pound to 2 pounds, yes. Now, if she could put something in it, I don't know if she's able to put, one person told me they had a hoop with sand in it. So I did make a hoop for my daughter. For her 40th birthday, I made her a hoop, and it had water in it. And lo and behold, again, not knowing what I was doing, she must have used it 6 or 8 months, and then she was hooping one day and water starts spewing out of it.
Funny. All right, we have quite a few hands raised, so I am going to move
Thank you.
on to
Sure.
Donna. I'm going to move on to Lauren, and then we have Joanne after that.
Oh, thank you. I did ask my question
Okay.
out of turn, but I was going to, the other question I had was, what was the Walmart brand? But Miss Faith said she doesn't remember the brand.
Okay,
No,
great.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I got these at least 5 years ago.
Thank you. I know you said it had a DVD, so I didn't know whether it was on the DVD, but you don't need the DVD, obviously.
I don't even know where they are. I just know they all came with one.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
I think the message that I've gotten is that, there isn't any particular brand that you need to focus on.
Right.
Get one that has a little weight and get started.
Right.
That's what I heard.
Yes.
And it doesn't
Do
have to
you-
be expensive in particular, Miss
Yes.
Faith.
Do you do it? Do you hoop, Fiona?
I have a hoop, but do I hoop? No, I have yet to be able to keep it up on my hips, but maybe I'll try.
Wait a minute, didn't Sean mention he had a hoop?
No, it was me.
Oh, it was you, okay. I
Yeah.
know somebody said they had a hoop,
Yeah,
okay.
it was me. All right, Joanne, on to you.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for all the tips, Miss Faith. I pulled this out. Thank goodness I didn't declutter this. But it's been up for a while, just dusted it off. And it
Good.
fit me just where you said, like at the navel.
Yeah.
And because I thought at first for a long time, I said, this is too big. But when you were talking initially, giving us a demonstration, I started doing what you were doing. And the most I kept it up was 25 times. And that's success after 2 or 3 times, on the floor, on the floor, on the floor. But that's okay. I was just doing it the way you were doing it, and just.
But
and
you're
the-
off to a great start.
Yeah, and the great tip was, somebody asked you, but you said when you think you're about to lose it, you kind of stoop down a little bit. So I
Yeah.
started doing that. So that helped me a lot. Thank you very much. I love it. I will keep it and do it.
Awesome. Joanne, I have a
Hey,
question
thank
for
you.
Uh-huh.
Joanne, how would you describe the way your body's moving? Since quite a few people are kind of asking about technique, how would you describe your technique?
Technique.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the
would
way
say
your
what
body's
I'm
moving.
doing is pretty much a subtle kind of circular movement, but it's more back and forth than it is circular.
Mhm.
I think it's more back and forth,
Yeah,
than circular,
right.
to the side, than
Great.
circular. I've tried everything, but I keep looking at her and trying to do what she's doing. And so I think the less movement, the better for me.
Right, because what I see, the people that drop it the most, they're doing this.
Yes, yeah.
So if you also may want to do some plank to really engage your core, because the more your core is engaged, the less you need to move.
I do planks, by the way.
See? See? Awesome.
Oh, see that? It doesn't look like you're moving at all. And I try to be subtle in my movement, and that seems to work better for me than anything.
Yeah, but if you're doing that plank work, any kind of core
Yeah.
work, and you're used to, doing isolations, even like this, those isolations,
Okay,
it's a very small movement.
right. Okay, yeah. I've
Okay.
had this about 3 or 4 years, and I really haven't used it. I tried it first, it wasn't working. Maybe I wasn't in the mood or something. I don't know. For 4 years.
Well, pull it out, pull it out,
I have.
keep
It's
it
all
out.
dusted off.
Don't put it back in the closet.
It was
All
on
right.
the wall.
Let's go on to
Thank you.
Patty, and then thank you, Joanne. So after Patty, Miss Faith, if you can demo once more and maybe turning to the side as well, just how you can get it started. But let's go to Patty
And
first.
everybody check out Beatrice.
Beatrice also? Okay, well, let's go to Patty with her question, and then maybe if Beatrice allows us to spotlight her, we can add.
Beatrice is fabulous.
Oh, I would love to see.
Okay, Miss Patty, please ask your question.
Okay, Miss Faith, this is my question. You bought the hoop in the box. You showed how it was put together, and that's the one that came with the waist thing, which you said you never used. Now, have you used that hoop in the box without that waist thing? And did it give you bruises or not, is my question.
Oh, no, I haven't used that hoop.
Oh,
I haven't used this hoop at all.
I see.
This is a I think it says, let me see what the box says. I think it says it's 2.6.
Yeah, I think they still sell
Huh?
those. I think they still sell those, but it looked
Yeah,
to me
I just
like
bought this
material.
a month ago.
Okay, so you don't know if it gives you bruises. Thanks.
No, because actually this is lighter weight than what I usually use. So I know it wouldn't. I doubt very seriously it would give me any bruises.
Oh,
If
well,
I put it together right, okay? You got to put it together right. But
Oh.
yeah, this is lighter weight than what I'm used to using, so I know it would not give me any bruises.
Patty, do you have any concerns about the construction, that it's not smooth or something, or is it just the weight?
Well, I was looking them over because I really wanted a couple of months ago. And I looked at that one like that. I don't know if it was the exact same one, but I think it probably was. And I thought the material it was made out of might be different. I didn't buy it. I ended up ordering one from Etsy that was made for me, but I still haven't figured out how to really use it. That's why I'm here. It's hard to keep up. They're all hard to keep up, I think. But when I was a kid, it was hard to keep up.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn how. But yeah, I think that when you order them, though, that are made for you, you're paying somebody to make them, and they seem to cost a lot more.
Yes, the handmade, if you get the handmade, those like the red and black one back there, those are more. Now, both of these are the same material. It just like this one is maybe a little thinner than my 3 pound. Now, this is the 3 pound that I use all the time, and this is the 2.65. But they're the same material, the spongy. And this one pops together too, but mine doesn't come apart. I don't know what I've done wrong with this one, why it came apart.
So Beatrice, can we spotlight you? You just put your book away, and I said, "Oh no, Beatrice."
She's fabulous.
Is it okay to spotlight you? Thumbs up.
Can I see?
Thumbs up. Yeah, I'm gonna spotlight Beatrice as well.
Great. Look at there, she is good. Looks like that's a handmade hoop.
You're muted, so we're not hearing you, but yeah.
It came in 4 pieces, so it snaps.
So that one snaps too.
Yes, and it's probably about 7 or 8 years old.
Nice, you do good work.
She was doing that the whole time. She's been doing that almost an hour.
Wow.
That's what I tell you. You get yourself a good hoop and put on your soap opera or whatever you watch on TV. Put on your favorite music if you like salsa, dancing music. We put on music and we hoop 40 minutes. Easy.
Amazing. Beatrice, can you share a little bit about your technique? How does the motion feel to you? How would you describe it?
It's just side to side.
Side to side, yep.
So I was testing to see the weaker side.
Do you do the non-dominant as well?
That's the first I've heard of it from you. So I'm left-handed.
I am too.
Right. Impressive.
Yes.
All right, folks. I know we're at 4 o'clock, so if you need to jump for another session, thank you so much for joining. But we do still have a few hands raised, Ms. Faith, if you're willing to take a few more questions.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Beatrice. I appreciate you.
Awesome. I do too. Great job.
Thank you so much. I hope this becomes a regular class.
We'll see. Yeah. So Doris, you're up.
Oh, yes. This is Doris Wilson. The question I have is, can we continue to buy the hula hoops in the box, or do they comes out of the box? I have bought one without the box. Do they still sell them without the box?
I I have not seen in a store. Now, again, that red and black one it can't be in a box because it's all one piece.
Oh, okay.
So that is shipped, but the shipping was very expensive. It was almost as much as the hoop. So if you have somebody, and again, you may want to Google handmade hoops and see in your area if someone makes hoops in your area. What state are you in?
I'm in Maryland.
Oh, wow. Wow. What part of Maryland?
Baltimore.
Okay. I just moved here from PG County.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have some friends, a friend of mine, she gets handmade hoops from a lady, I want to say in Waldorf.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now,
so
before
if you Google handmade hoops in your area, maybe you can get one for about I think this one sells online for like 25. That's the one that came all together. It sells about 25. So if it's local, you don't have to worry about shipping. But that's not to
Now,
say that everybody.
before the pandemic hit, I went to Walmart and I got one that was just hanging on the wall. It was all together, but it wasn't in the box. But since the pandemic hit, I don't have one at home because I used to go up to the hospital at the gym and hula hoop there. But now I don't have a hula hoop, so I got to go out and buy one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good luck finding that hoop. It sounds like you may have some local resources. I'm going to keep it moving because we still have quite a few hands raised and we're after 4. So let's go to Lily, Judy. And I also just want to give a shout out because I know that some of our other sponsored athletes from this year are on the line. So I don't know if you want to unmute yourself really quickly to just say a quick hello, but you all will get to meet the other 4 sponsored athletes very, very soon. Oh my gosh, Rini is like doing tricks with the hoop. Can't wait to get to you. But Lily and Judy.
Yeah, hi, Miss Faith. Thank you so much for this. I'm just wondering, I was just looking on Amazon. I obviously I know the hoop the round hula hoop, but there's another thing. I can't share screen, but I can put the link in the chat. I just put it in. It has, yeah, here we go. Have you ever seen anything like this, Miss Faith? And if so, would you, because in an apartment, this would take a lot less space.
To be honest, I saw it on Amazon last month. And as I mentioned, I went right to YouTube to see how it operates. But no, I've not used anything like that. I first saw it last month and I just went on YouTube to see what it looks like. There were a couple of YouTube videos.
Okay.
So you may want to look at it on YouTube. I don't think it's something that I would want to use just because I love my I love my current hoop and I work hard enough to try to keep it going. But in the YouTube video that I saw, the lady was having issues. She's got a little bit more here than I do. The guy was working with her. He first put it on top of her stomach and then, tried to below and all around. And it expands and contracts in terms of you can take parts out to make it fit your body.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah,
take a look at it on YouTube. Since you have the picture of it, put the name of it in YouTube, and probably because I think I watched 2 videos. Those videos will come up for you as well.
Okay. And do you have an opinion since you're a seasoned hula hooper? Do you have unlike me?
Well, I don't because I haven't tried it, but just looking at it on the video of the lady doing it, I don't think I would be interested in it. But that's just me.
Okay.
That's just me.
Yeah, I was just attracted to it because it takes less room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Miss Faith, what is it about that particular hoop that's less attractive for you?
I think because of the ball and it going around. watching it, I was just like, oh, okay, that's nice. But it wasn't something like, oh, let me try that. No.
Okay, personal preference, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
So Judy.
Okay. The only hoop that I had time to get this morning was at Walmart, and I think it's probably a kid's one, but it comes up to my hips instead of my waist. Just to start to get an idea of whether I want to continue with this, would that be tall enough?
Well, the height has to do with it being able to actually get it going. See, the smaller the hoop is, the harder it is to get it going. As you heard one of the ladies say, one said she had one that was a kiddie hoop that was taller, it came up, but it was too lightweight for it to keep going. The other one said it was too small.
Okay.
And
well,
so that's the whole part with it coming to your waist, is that then you have it's hot, it's open enough for it to go around you and continue going.
Right. Well, I got it to go around once, but as far as the weight, I was wondering if it's tall enough for me to just use for a little while until I decide whether I want to invest in a good one. To make it have more weight, I was wondering, do you think it would work to get some like little fishing weights and tape them on or put them inside?
I'm not really sure about that. Like I said, I've heard people put sand in them.
Yeah.
I've heard people, put little beads or whatnot in them, but I personally have not tried that.
Okay. Well, I may try something inexpensive just because I don't know, since I was able to at least get this one, I don't know if I want to now go out and spend money on a quality one until I have an idea of whether I'm going to do it more than once or twice.
Definitely. Totally understandable. Yeah. Totally understandable. Yep. I wish I was near you. You could try out mine, a couple times. Actually, I had more hoops than I still got about 8 or 10 hoops, but I had way more, but I let people try them and take them home.
Well, I tried one. There was somebody during a downtime, he taught a class at a women's retreat from my synagogue several years ago, who hoops while she did the marathon. I mean, she walked the marathon, but she was in a group that, that was able to hoop while doing that. But one time's not enough. I mean, I wasn't real successful, but in one session, that's not surprising. So I need to be able to do it enough different times in order to get an idea. And unfortunately, I don't have contact with her anymore to be able to borrow a hoop.
Yeah, and it definitely does take practice for sure. So let's move on to Rini. You're welcome, Judy. Rini is doing all kinds of tricks with her hoop. We're going to spotlight her while she asks the question.
Please, I want to see tricks.
Hi, I have a question first so we don't forget. If one gets the hoop that comes in sections, can you take it apart again to travel with it?
Oh, yes.
Is it stuck together forever?
Oh, no. Mm-mm. They come apart. They still come apart. Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. Now, interesting. I don't have space to do real hooping here. So little, so I didn't even bring it here. But I have this little one that's a kiddie one. It's 27 inches in diameter that I was just futzing around with. And I figured it's good for, like Cass adapts the dance stick, to use this for other exercises like I was doing. And if you can get it up on your upper arm.
Yeah.
The arm is straight. Maybe that'll help the upper arm flab. And it's harder on your non-dominant side. And maybe a smaller one would work better. And then the thing
yeah, because I do when I'm outside, I don't want to hit any windows in here, but I have used this on my arms as well as my neck. I do tricks getting it up to my neck. Right. But again, I usually do that outside where I have a little bit more room. Yes,
This one
like
is
that.
so light that it.
And see, even with 3 pounds, I'm able to do that same thing with my 3 pound weight. Actually, it's easier to do on my neck than it is on my arms. Now, I haven't been able to get it going on my legs. Have you?
No, because I just was now for the first time trying it, but I will. But
Okay.
no space here. But the thing is, for anybody who's hesitant about getting a hoop, the thing is to get it and play with it.
Yeah.
Do anything, even if it's just jumping over and jumping back, like you were doing the knee lifts. Just play with it, all kinds of things.
Yes, that's great advice. We always encourage play.
Yes.
Like figure eight.
Thank you,
Thank
Rainey.
you.
We're gonna move on to Arlene because we still have a couple hands raised. All right, Arlene.
Hi, actually, I have you on my phone, and then I just put you on the computer as well. So I have you on in 2 rooms. I just got this, and it broke, but I was able to, I don't know if you could see, but for the piece ones, there are these little things that you push. Anyone's interested in getting, I know Regina was asking. So this one had gotten stuck, but you have to push it in. And I don't know, it might be broken. What I was going to ask you for is there one of those, the blue and the gray one? Can you share the link for that? Or and this is the one you're holding is the one you got at Walmart, correct?
Yes.
And,
I bought it in the store. Again, it was over 5 years ago. So I don't know. The last time I saw it in the store was before the pandemic. I haven't seen it in the store since the pandemic. And I haven't even checked online. When I seen it before the pandemic, that's when I knew the price had gone up because I bought them all for $19.99 or $19.95, something like that. But when I seen it, I want to say it may have been in 2019. I think they were like $23.99, something like that.
One that you got on Amazon, was that also many years ago, or would you be able to share?
No, that was last month.
Oh,
okay. Which one? I'm going to
January.
screenshot of them. Yeah. That's the one from Amazon?
Yes. And it was like, I want to say $12.99, something like that.
Is that weighted or not?
2.65, I think.
Oh, could you hold the box up so I can get a
Sure.
shot too? Thank you. Thanks. Yeah.
2.85, 2.65, excuse me.
All right. Yeah, this is too light, this one, plus it's broken twice. So I liked on the picture of the box, it said you could put beans in it. Have you ever tried putting beans in it to give it more weight? Or you think that might not be helpful?
Well, these are solid. These are, I don't even where they come apart. Oh, yeah. Even though it's a hole, it's just a hole to where it snaps.
Oh, so you don't put anything in it. Okay.
No, but it's solid. That's why, even each individual piece is solid. And that's how the weight comes to the 2.65. Same thing with mine. The other one is 3 pounds even. It's
When
just
you
solid.
have time, would you look on Walmart to see if you can recognize yours and share the link with us?
Sure, let me see.
yeah, but so we have a couple more questions. So we'll try to get some more information. And Miss Faith will be back, by the way. She will have another session. So we'll definitely take all these questions and address them.
Yeah, and what were you saying about that waistband? Do we put the waistband on before we rebound? Does that, before we hula hoop, does that help hold it up?
I don't think so. I've never used it before, but when I put it on a few minutes ago, I tried to hoop with it and it didn't seem as smooth. See, I've never hooped with anything on my waist, but putting it on,
I saw you putting it on, but I had no sound at that point, so.
I don't know if you can see me.
Yeah, it seems like you're having a harder time keeping
Yeah,
it.
it is. It's kind of harder to keep it up. But that's just for me. I'm not saying that would be for everyone. I'm trying to also get in the middle where you can see me and not hit the chair. Yeah, it's definitely more of a challenge. And that may be a good thing to really work harder.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we thank you, Arlene. By the way, for those who don't remember, Arlene was one of our athletes last year. She does rebounding. So shout out to Arlene. All right.
Nice to meet you and congratulations.
All righty. We're going on to Noosh.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Hi, Miss Faith. My question is, what for somebody with back issues like me, lower back issues, would you recommend a 1 pound hula hoop instead? And do they sell them at 1 pound?
Yes, yes, they do sell them at 1 pound. Now, I don't remember what Amazon had because I only ordered this because some people saw me hula hooping and they asked me about getting a hoop. So I wanted something quick. And I went to Walmart. There are 4 Walmarts here and none of the Walmarts had my hoop. So I said, well, let me order this on Amazon. And so I just ordered the cheapest thing. But and it happened to be 2.65. So I'm not sure. Amazon might even have a lighter weight hoop, maybe just a 2 pound or maybe a 1 pound, 1.5. But I would definitely check with my doctor before engaging in hooping to make sure that, you know, that's okay.
Okay. And also I had a question, Beatrice, the other lady that was hula hoop.
Yeah.
What was her hula hoop weighted or was it not weighted? Beatrice, her hula hoop.
Beatrice, I think Beatrice may have, yeah, Beatrice signed off. I know we had a couple other people who were hula hooping too. Is anybody not using a weighted hoop who's been able to keep it up? Yeah, Joanne's hoop is not weighted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, Sally's up. Sally is one of our 2022 sponsored athletes. I think Paul is still on. Paul, I don't know if you also want to say hello after Sally, but hey, Sally.
Hi, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Gosh, I am so impressed with Miss Faith, and I will admit that I was having lunch during the whole time, though. But I was sitting there with my screen, and I thought, "Oh my gosh, I'm feeling like guilty because I'm having lunch." But this is my only time to grab lunch today, and I am just so impressed with how you can just do that and talk and walk around and do weights. So kudos to you. Yay, yay, yay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to next month too. I haven't really finalized everything, but it's going to have something to do with balance, and so we'll definitely be focusing on balance, strength, and stability. And that's on the 20th. I think that's right, April 20th. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and I'll be finalizing exactly how that's all working. But I just want to say thank you and congratulations. I'm really impressed, and you set the bar high for the rest of us for our presentations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
I'll
can't
second
wait.
that.
Let's talk before you do, so I can get what I need because I need to work on balance.
Awesome. Yeah. So Sally is actually a surfer. So you'll hear more about Sally.
I know she does balance. She's got good balance.
Yeah. Awesome. I think, Paul, you were also chiming in to say hello.
Yes, hi, and thank you, Faith. Excellent job, seriously.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see you.
Okay.
Yeah. Paul's not on camera, but he's a hockey player. So we'll hear more from Paul later on this year.
Yes. I'm doing the Charlie's Angels thing today, you know, just to. Okay. You all
What
know
month
what I
are
look
you,
like
what
anyway.
month is your presentation?
Mine's not till July, thankfully, because you did set the bar very high. It's really great job.
Thank you, thank
Going
you.
over is the best sign of it.
Awesome, awesome. So thank you all.
Hi, this is Carolyn. I'm here
Oh.
also. Great
great.
job, and I'll be talking to you.
Oh, Carolyn's off camera as well, but yeah, we'll hear from Carolyn in a couple months as well. And Carolyn does lots of walking and hiking, so she'll have great tips for us.
Miss
Amazing.
Faith, I'm gonna give you a call.
Great, great, please do.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. It was great to
Thank you.
Faith. Thank you.
I loved it. Thank you all for
Thank-
having me.
Yes,
Awesome.
thank you again.
for that
Yes, thank you so
information.
much.
Bringing
Miss
Miss
Faith.
Faith on. She did a
was
wonderful
great.
job.
Way to go.
Thank you.
Really like her.
Thank you so much.
Everybody stay well, and we'll see you
healthy,
tomorrow
stay-
morning.
Thanks.
All righty.
Bye.
Bye, Fiona.
Ciao.
Bye.